Okay, let's see. Are we live? Are we live? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Oh, gotta change that. Don't want my desktop being someone else's art. Pictures. Browse. Copy. Wallpaper. Where's the wallpaper? Winter, winter, winter. There we go. Pasty. And select this one. And stream cover off. And now let's just see if we, that's the one with the watermark. Oh, whatever, it does not matter for now. Let us just see if we are live on the YouTubies. The YouTubies. Oh, whatever, it does not matter. Yep, we are live on the YouTubies. Hello, 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 everybody. I am merisusheep, and welcome to that live stream. We're gonna draw and talk and have a good time. This is the first live stream of 2026. Might be a little bit of surprise later, but most likely not. Hi, Noah Wiley. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be working on, I'm going to be working on two things at once. I'm going to be working, let me get some music on. I got this nice playlist of cozy music from YouTube's audio library because I'm too much of a coward to use anything else. And I got it all ready to go. And we're going to be doing my lovely girls, Kaila, Laciteiyen, Azura, Shiroboshi, and Misato, Yushoku for this picture. But before I do, I want to kind of test out my pens to see what pens I've got, because I never really wanted, so I wrote all of them down, and now I'm just going to test them out. I'm going to make this grid disappear. I just don't, actually wait, I'm going to make the grid reappear. I'm trying to make sure there's an even space between them. Because, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's probably good. I think that leaves enough room. There we go. Testing out brushes. Probably not what I was going to do, but nonetheless, it's what I'm going to do. At least for a bit. I'm just going to probably do a couple brushes, and then I'll finish the brush testing later, and then I'll go on to polishing the sketch for my drawing. Because I did promise that I would draw. That was kind of the idea. So I definitely do want to draw. But before I can really draw, I do need to test at least some of these brushes out. Because I want to make sure that I have the right brush. I think that's probably the biggest thing that I had, the biggest issue that I had when I started clipstudiopaint, is that I ended up downloading way too many brushes that I did not need. Like, so many brushes that I did not need. There's an entire section that I've never used, and I just downloaded them because I thought, oh, they'll look cool. And in the end, I realized I didn't really need them. Okay, I think that gives a good enough room for me to test out all these pens. Hiyo! Hello, Yakumo. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I will be right back in 1 second. I just realized there's business that I just have to attend to. Okay, I returned with cheese in hand, or mouth, and let's get to it. Like I said, gonna be working on a drawing, but right now I'm gonna do a little A/B testing of brushes to see if I really got the right brush. So I'm gonna start with the default clipstudiopaint brushes, and to really test them, no, all brushes set to default settings outside of stabilization. That is way too small. And set to size 7 unless extremely too small or big to work on size 7. If not, if different size used, will note it. There we go. So anyway, let's get to talking, because that's what I want to do. Try to ignore my cheese eating. I promise this isn't one of those mukbang channels or ASMR. It's just the way it is. I say as I take a large drink. And then on top of that, actually, I think I'm gonna set them to, I think my text is too big. I think that's the biggest thing. Let's see. Let's just leave it. Let's just get to it. Okay. I'm gonna do size 10 though, because have you heard about the... Oh, yes, I have. I'm gonna try not to talk too much about politics, but yeah, I did hear about it. And I am happy that the Venezuelan people are happy. That's pretty much all I'll say about it. But yes, I have heard of it. You kind of have to be under a rock not to hear about it. Yeah, all the pens are going to be on size 10. Wow, its stabilization is way too... I try not to talk too much about politics on this channel. I'm not trying to chastise you for asking or anything. I'm just saying I'm not going to talk too much about that. Honestly, I'm kind of liking that mapping pen. That is way more smoother than I thought it'd be. I always use the G pen, but that mapping pen's really nice. I gotta specify them. So basically the idea of this chart is to always be able to open it up, so that way I can tell the difference between my brush pens. Because I've got so many brush pens, and I never use any of them. Because I just don't know what they are, so I always end up going back to the same ones. And I kind of want to expand my arsenal, because I think that if I do, I'll be able to up my game, because I really am trying to level up my art this year. Hi Mabel! Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Prayers for your health to become amazing again. Bye. Thanks for stopping by, Mabel. Heard of any upcoming shows? Well, I'm very excited for Frieren Season 2, and I'm pretty sure My Hero Academia Vigilantes, My Hero Academia Vigilantes is out. I haven't watched it yet, though. I think I need, for My Hero Academia Vigilantes, I need to rewatch, Season 1, because when it got towards the end, I kind of was skimming on it a little bit. Now, oopsie daisy. This is why we gotta do it carefully, because if we don't do it carefully, we're gonna end up getting our pens mixed up. So this is the G pen. So that's the G pen. This is the real G pen. I don't know what G means. Does it mean graphic? I think it means graphic. If someone in the comment section or chat knows, let me know. I think it means graphic. Right now the sun's kind of glaring on my computer screen, so it's kind of hard to see the difference, to be honest. I think the calligraphy pen is definitely the one I'd probably lose the least. Not sure. I'm fairly certain it means graphic. For effect. This for effect pen's kind of weird. It starts out really thick, but then when you're done drawing, see how it kind of autocorrects it to being thin? That's nice, but I don't think I could use it for that, because then I keep on second guessing myself. Tapered? And then there's the textured one. Ah! My mouse is all in Timbuktu. I set up my system so weird because I have this desk and then it kind of has this pull-out section and you're technically supposed to put the keyboard there, but I put my tablet there and I put my keyboard above on top of the desk. You're not really supposed to do that. Every single time one of my family members sit outside my computer desk, they always end up moving it back. So effect thickens the evers. So, nah, it just was that one. I don't really know as much of a difference outside of an improved texture for the difference, so I'm not really going to do it. And now for the markers. Yeah, see how the marker is? It doesn't have like any of that tilt where it ends up coming to a point. I kind of like that, but I kind of don't. Now for the felt pen. Ooh, stabilization's way too bad. I just realized I probably should have these all in the same stabilization to fully judge. So before we get too far in this, I'm going to do it one more time. Here, let me first save this. So let's go back. In stabilization. And set to 10. Let's rework on this note. Okay. All brushes set to same size and stabilization size 10 stabilization 80. I'll just leave it at that. I think 80 is probably a good. Digital artwork is strange. Yeah, it's definitely something. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, I think I'm only going to do the pens because this could be really boring really fast. So, I'm definitely going to... I mean, to me, this is actually the height of entertainment, boys. But to other people, it could probably get a little boring. Not that my drawing is actually that more exciting. I will admit, I have absolutely no clue why people watch me. I'm just grateful that they do. But that said, I do my best to try to make sure things are entertaining. Basically, in theory, if this works out, I can be able to really figure out what pen is best for what situation. Because if you really want to make good art, you need to know your tools and you need to know when to use them. Even if you only have several tools, and that's true in real art too, that's not just true in digital art. And I think a lot of people don't know how to, a lot of inexperienced artists don't know how, and I know I used to be that way, because I would just use the, like, so many layer blending modes effects, like, non-stop, without any explanation, and I would overuse them. Okay, onto the markers. Yeah, like I said, I kind of like the Milli pen, but just not having that where you can curve the pen is just like, I'm not sure if I'd want that. because it's then so thick. I could see where it could come in handy though. The dot pen. Correction. Okay, this pen is a little different. This one doesn't have that stuff. Doesn't even have a size. And doesn't have stabilization. Just has a brush density. I have no idea what this pen is for. This is a weird pen. I do not like that. I would never buy this pen if I had to buy it. I'm sure there's someone out there who's probably going to explain to me and say why it's oh so important, but I do not see it. I clicked the number by random, but it's a good thing I did click 80 because it seems like a lot of these are just default 80, and that's kind of good. Because not all of them, but some of them are. And I know they're default because so it just makes marker dots? Not really. It's just kind of weird because it's like, I don't know. It's a strange one. I do not like it. Okay, now for the Filomano. Yeah, I already knew what this one was going to be. Really thick, really bold. And it's really loose too, like even on 80, like some of them move very slow because they're so careful and stuff, but that one moved like no tomorrow. Fast. That's why I'm trying to keep the stabilization on the same on all of them. And the size, so that way you can really tell the difference. So already out of these ones, I really like the Tuppen pen, which I have used before. And the mapping pen's pretty smooth. I think it might be even smoother than the G pen. So I think that's all I'm gonna... Hello, Char! Right now I'm doing the boring act of testing out pens, but I am supposed to be working on this drawing a little bit. But like I said, right now it's testing out pens because this is the height of my glory, but we can chat about anything that you want. Okay, so now for pencil time. Pencils. As far as I can tell, I didn't touch any of these pencil settings, so anything in here is going to be the natural setting. That one's really loose too. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know why there's Christmas music in this playlist. I thought I got rid of all of it, but I guess I didn't. I received my display tablet yesterday. Oh, how cool! I got a display tablet too. Well, it's also a normal tablet, so it can still be used like as, you know, like an Apple tablet. So it's got apps and stuff. You can play games on it and such. Most importantly, though, you can draw on it. And it's really good. I haven't used it that much, though, because I haven't been out that much. But I did use it when I was in the... I used it all day when I was at the hospital waiting room when my family member was being operated on. I don't know why my computer's humming. It's starting to turn into my old computer. Ooh, I like the dark pencil. That's nice. That'll make really nice line art. The mechanical pencils and the real pencils are nice, but I don't think I can see myself using them as replacements for my line art, unless I really wanted to just make something feel like pencils. That almost looks more like a spray brush. Like, it almost doesn't look like, this is the old one. I'm not gonna test out the old ones. I'm really gonna test out the new ones. Real pencil. That's how you know it's real, because it's real. I want to see what the difference is between the real pencil. Oh, size too big. So, anyway, Char, have you drawn anything nice with your tablet yet? Because I can already answer you. For me, I have not. I have not. Definitely don't like the colored pencil. I mean, it's nice for probably coloring, but definitely wouldn't be suitable for line art. Oops. Size wrong. Stabilization's fine. That's the hard part about this, is I have to make sure the stabilizations are all set to the same thing. And then tapered pencil. Because some pencils just naturally kind of draw bigger. And if it isn't set to the right size, then I might think, oh, it draws bigger, even though that's not the case. Okay. Correction, stabilization, 80. Let's see, I'm trying to think of, I really want to, so one thing I really want to do is I really want to review. I want to do a long review like I did with Wish, with Young Justice, because I absolutely love that TV show and I absolutely despise the last 2 seasons. But I hate watching them a lot because that's kind of what type of person I am when it comes to that. So because of that, I am like writing the script and stuff. The biggest thing is that the biggest kind of question it comes down to though is like, I really don't want to work so hard to make it and then have a copyrighted. And then also there's some things where it's like, okay, like I told you guys earlier, I don't try to touch politics or stuff on this channel, but there's some things in it that are so stupid, and if I like comment on them, people might view it as political. It's not that to me, but some people might. First time being in your stream. Oh, hello, man. How are things going? Well, I'm recovering from a cold, so that is why I sound like this. But I am doing fine outside of that. And even with my cold, it's like the sore throat only that lasted about 3 days, maybe 4 tops. So I'm so grateful for that. The sore throat is my least favorite part. So it's like, once it gets to this part where it's just coughing, I do not mind it. I'll think about watch that. Oh, watching that. Oh, the review. I was like, wait, what? I was trying to figure out. Okay. I think I'm gonna go down to, I'm going to do this until I'm finished with my purchased ones, and then once I get to this section right here, then I'll stop. Sorry to hear that, but you're fast. At least you're fast. You're recovering from that. Yeah, I am recovering, so that is good. Anyway, I hope you're doing well as well. I'm, like I said, this is supposed to be cozy music. What the heck? There we go. That's better. Let's see. It was cozy for a military man. Did you know honey's? Yeah, I did, and I did try it. Manuka honey specifically is really good. So yeah, I did try it. I hate honey. Well, I hate eating it, but it's like, okay, at least it does make myself feel better. See, what happened was is when I made this playlist, I clicked this Jammy's Gems because a lot of the cozy songs are done by this band. All the songs from the YouTube body, and I meant to click out the Christmas ones, but apparently it didn't, or at least the Christmas ones that had the singing in it was the exception, but it didn't. But whatever. I'm one of those people who thinks this music isn't Christmas. I mean, it is Christmas, but it can be sung more than just Christmas. There we go. And then this one's gonna be a hoot. Woo! That one's... I love coloring with this one. It's so fun. I haven't colored with it in a long time. I should do. I'm doing right. I have a bit of sore throat right now, but I've been taking cough drops and playing Silk Song. Pretty good. Oh, wow, cool. I want to play that game, but I suck at all games. And I also suck at Hollow Knight. The biggest problem is, and my brother keeps saying it's like, one time he did the Ultimate Sin, he compared me to a journo. I hate him for that. I am way better than a journo. But basically, I was playing it on his account, and he was saying that, because I was just like, I wish there was like, I think I said I wish there was a map or a better direction onto where to go next. It's like, you don't even have to have it on all the time. You could just, like, have it there. And I don't mean, like, holding your hand directions, but just, like, more hint and stuff. And he was just, like, saying, it's like, well, people wouldn't want that and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, but... it's like, maybe if they could just give people the option. It's like, I don't need my hand held, but just maybe something a little bit more. And, because I'm not like one of those journalists who think, oh, because if a video game is not... Oh, this is a blendy brush. So, if that's the case, then I'm going to do something special with this one. There we go. This one's pretty good for line art too, especially if you want, like, not as, like, intimidating lines and you want, like, more of a painterly feeling. Which, is that a word, painterly? Because one of the YouTubers I was watching for art tips, he was using it. And I'm like, I don't think that's a word, but I like it. Emphasizing texture. I don't know really how this quote-unquote emphasize texture. Let's zoom in. Okay, yeah, there's some texture. Two games inspired finished recently was Fall, Xpid, and Inscription. They are fun games. Ooh, sounds fun. I got so many games that I haven't played yet, and so many games I want to play. You can't even see that one, but to be fair, I wasn't expecting that one to be... I wasn't expecting that one to be, okay. I said I was gonna go to here, but I think I'll actually just go to the thick paint section. No. Yeah, the airbrush section. Or maybe I'll just stop after this. I think I'll stop after this. Because I do want to get to it. Ah! Let's see, I think this is an error. This is an error, this brush is more for blending than it is. Ah! It's saying get to the picture. So yeah, this is definitely more of a blendy brush. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down to here because I want to do something a little bit more exciting. Huh. Okay, let's go back because I lost my place. Is this Jewish music? I think this is Jewish music. Oy vey, oy vey. Oh, that's what happened. Running color. Hello, Wads. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, and hello, Leah. Welcome, welcome to the channel. Yeah, oy vey. I got everyone to listen to the Jewish music. Don't you say anything, Wads. You're banned for commenting on this. I like the sound of it. It sounds nice. Another game I'm currently playing is Limbus Company. It just realized it's nice. It's released in its 9th canto. I'm excited for part 2 and part 3. Oh, cool. Sounds fun. The moment I said that, my tablet started working again. Yay! Is that the item bounce? No, wait. It's not the curvy air ride music. No, like I said, I'm pretty sure. Let's go back. Yeah, I have a little dreidel instrumental. Yep, so definitely Jewish music. All this music, like I said, is from the YouTube audio library. Smooth color. I ended up forgetting some, so that's why my pens are not. Okay. And then watering. Let's see. And then I'm sorry, my brain's going blank. I've realized I'm not talking. I just want to get to the end of this so that way I can. That stabilization was way too loose. I feel like. Close. That one's actually kind of nice. And then color change. I'm not sure if I'm going to notice this one. Oh yeah, because I got this cyan. That's actually pretty nice. Our titles are going down to Timbuktu. When I was little, I didn't know what Timbuktu meant. I thought it meant like the ever end of the rear end. Okay, soothing watercolor is nothing, it's more of a blender. This music kind of reminds me of Monsters in Ink. I really want to see that movie again, but I've seen to misplace my DVD copy of it. Well, it's technically not mine. It's my brother's, but when I was cleaning up the movies, I couldn't find it. When it comes to Disney movies, we don't have Disney Plus, so we have to watch all of the movies on DVD that we want, and any movie that we don't have on DVD, we just rent it from our library, or we just don't watch it. Okay, there we go. That's enough with the brush testing. And what have we learned from this? Well, I can't really do a full thing because, like I said, I'm gonna be doing the rest later. So I'm gonna be working on this picture, and to do that, I'm gonna first. Okay, yeah, clipstudiopaint is on here. Chit chat going away. Sorry, guys, you are banned to the shadow realm because I'm going to have to also record this drawing because this is going to be a speed paint. And we're only going to work on one girl at a time. And the one we're going to work on is Kaila, since she's in front. It only makes sense. So let's put her blue. This is why I was testing all those pens, because I really wanted to see which pen I was going to use for this. Wait, the Shadow Realm. No! Sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. You've been abolished. I've been rewatching, I haven't rewatched in a while, but later last year, I had to keep reminding myself what time it is. I ended up watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, and I actually forgot how fun that show was. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work on it, and then if I don't like it, I'll try it. No jingle bells! Meep! Hey Ray Kitty! Hi! A movie I'm looking forward to see is Milky Way Subway. I saw the series. Get out of here, jingle bells. Oh, shoot! I hate when that happens. The problem is this, is that you have to do it, like, in a certain way. Beep, beep. Because then if you don't look at these fake files, you actually can't see them. Just people being silly. When I was going over the list of movies that I was interested in this year, so the only ones that I think I can really think of that I really am Meep. The only movie that I'm really interested in seeing this year is Dune, but that's not until the end of the year, so it might as well be next year. As far as I can tell, like, it kind of walked the statement back, but I'm 99.9% sure, because it just makes sense, that Kimetsu no Yaiba won't be coming out until 2027. And the next one will be coming out in 2029. That just makes sense, because then it will be ending its 10th anniversary, which is very weird to think about. And so I think they're just going to be doing that with it. And so if that does happen, which, like I said, I think that is, the only movie I'm planning on seeing, like, right away is Scarlet. But I'm a little worried about it, because it did get pretty bad reviews in Japan. And so when I first saw Scarlet, like, the promotional artwork, all the way back then, this is a Mamoru Hosoda film, by the way. Mamoru Hosoda does Belle. And when I first saw Scarlet, I was really, really excited about it. Because it was like, oh my goodness, another Mamoru Hosoda film. Because I actually do like most of his films. Yeah, 2027, the wait. Yeah, I know. But it does make sense, because I have no reason to not believe that they wouldn't be doing two. That gives them 2 years for a movie. And then also, like I said, that it would be ending for its 10th anniversary. Which, that's like 2 birds in 1 stone. So it just makes sense. And then, so, I liked Belle. It had some problems, but I did like it. I liked, I did not like The Boy and the Beast. My brother loves that film. I like the second half of The Boy and the Beast. I do not like the first half. The second half is when he starts meeting the girl character, his love interest. I can't remember any of the characters' names. And so, and I've read Wolf Children. I've never seen it, actually, though. So, there's that. But I did enjoy, the book. I just found it, because I was reading this, like, manga version of it, and for the book, obviously the movie would be more in-depth, it has more emotion, weight, it's not as rushed, so I do keep that in mind. But that said, it was just, like, it was kind of disappointing, because it was very predictable. I knew exactly where it was going to go, and it did happen. But in the case of, Belle, I did enjoy that. And then with Scarlet, I was like, okay, this looks really interesting. But then I found out it was gonna be in CGI. It's a 3D movie, and I'm like, bleh, I hate that, because like Japan's the only one making 2D animation. Well, it's not even all 2D. Like, Kimetsu no Yaiba is not all 2D. There's a lot of 3D in it, a lot of 3D assets. But that said, it's still primarily in the 2D realm, and they make the 3D look like 2D, and they're the only ones doing it. So I really don't want to see them give up on this medium, and obviously just one 3D movie is not going to make them give up, but it does make me just kind of go and lose interest when it is 3D, because it's like, I got enough 3D movies from America. It's all I'm getting from America. If I had more of an even balance, then I wouldn't care. But even then, I would still probably always favor 3D. Oh, I meant 2D over 3D. There are very few times, I said this in my K-pop drawing, there are very few... I don't mind 3D, but the problem is it has to be used right. And the movie K-pop did utilize the 3D element, because they made costumes and stuff that you could never do, or at the very least would be very hard to do. Wolf Children is a really good movie. I do want to see it eventually. Going back to what you said, rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a weird show, especially the beginning. Yeah, I do agree. It was weird, but I did like it. But, so anyway, more Hosoda. So, Wiz Bell, with Scarlet, it was just kind of like a big disappointment learning that it was going to be in 3D. But I was like, okay, I still did like the Ever Work, so maybe I'll give it a chance. Hey, Merisu, just want... Oh, I went all the way up to the top. I was rereading Maple's chat. I was like, wait, I thought she left. And in the case of... So that made me really interested, but I was like, okay, maybe I'll still give it a chance, and maybe I'll enjoy it. And then I started hearing really bad reviews from in Japan. So it isn't in America. It was actually supposed to come into America, I think, in December, but it ended up delayed till February. It has aired in America for some festivals, but as for a mainstream theatrical release, that won't be until February, so that's when me and my brother Dora will be seeing it. And we are excited, but and I would have to hear something really bad to not go see it in theaters, but at the same time, it does kind of not, it is a little sus. I went to go see Tron Ares last year in theaters, and I do have a review of it coming out. It will come out eventually, I promise. It's just a car review of me, and it was also going to be of Tron Uprising, because we love that show, but we hated Ares. And I was so disappointed with Ares because I felt like I was trapped and I just couldn't leave because it would be wasting my money. But at the same time, it was already wasting my money because I'm seeing this god-awful film. I hated Ares. And I really just, like, I was thinking, because it's like, I was trying to think of ever bad times I had in the theater, and I just don't really have bad times in the theater because I only really see films that I know for sure are going to be good. I don't take a chance because my money, I don't have disposable income per se, and if I do have disposable income, I'm not gonna dispose of it on things I'm not sure of. I'm gonna do it on like music and stuff that I know I'll like. So Tron Ares was probably the last time I took a risk and it didn't pay off well. Like Chainsaw Man, I wasn't sure if I was gonna love the film, but at the same time, I knew that it wouldn't be... I would still... Hello and goodbye. Get lost, loser. I wasn't... I knew that I wasn't going to regret seeing it in theaters, because at least, at the very least, I'd get wonderful animation. And I did. I did. And I actually got a story that I enjoyed, so that was a twofer. But, like I said, for the most part, I do not go bother seeing films that I'm not sure about. So all that's to say is, outside of Scarlet, which I'm not even 100% sure I'll like, I think I'll like it. No, I can't even say that. I'd have to see a really bad things to not hear, just because I do like Mamoru Hosoda, so I trust the process, I guess. Hello, Crown. But at the same time, it is kind of like, I am a little worried. I'm hoping I don't regret seeing it. Because it's like, at least with Chainsaw Man, it was like, I wasn't sure about that, but it's like, I get animation that I'll enjoy. Was this, because it's in 3D, I'm not sure if I'll enjoy the animation. But, like I said, I'll give it a try. So, outside of Scarlet, is there anything else that I'm looking forward to? Well, the next, out of American films, the only thing that I can really think of, and I said this in, it was Riot K stream. I was trying to see if it was a Twitter post or if it was that. But no, it was a Riot K stream. The only thing that I can really think of, it was, Dune, which will not be coming out until the end of the year, so it might as well be next year, like I said earlier. And then, one thing that I did forget about is, the Sunrise on Reaping. And I am looking forward to that. I liked the book. I liked the book more than Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And the trailer looked, cool. Of course, they race swapped one of the characters because, of course. And the biggest thing is like, someone would say, it's like, wasn't it the race swapper? Is like, well, what's the point of words? It's like, they would say, like, it doesn't matter. But it's like, what's the point of words, though? It specifically says that she has red hair, and I think it said green eyes. That doesn't really, you know, put the image of, someone who is, you know, of someone who's got darker skin in your mind. And there's nothing wrong with it if she did have darker skin, but that's what the word said. So it's like, if you're not doing it, then what's the point of even saying it? What was the point of Suzanne Collins describing, oh, I forgot her name. The name went out the window for a second. People are gonna think I'm not a real fan. Lucy Gray. No, that's the other one. That's the one from the Ballad of Songbird and Snake. Lenore Duff. Yeah, Lenore Duff. There we go. Thank you. It's like, what's the point of describing Lenore Duff? What's the point of using words if you're not gonna do it accurate? I might go see Mercy with my dad this month. Oh, cool. I did not know that movie. Is it a horror? Sounds kind of like it'd be a horror film. I'm gonna zoom out and actually talk a little about the drawing, because I just realized I said I'm drawing my characters Kaila and Misato, but I actually didn't describe the concept. So basically, I thought of the idea ever since I saw K-Pop Demon Hunter. I've been imagining my characters from each one of my stories: Blue Song, Tales of Alice, and Revolution Full Color. None of these girls are from the same story. They're all from their independent stories. They do not interact with each other, nor would they ever interact with each other. But I thought of kind of creating like a fourth story where they do work together, and you can see right here. Let's see. Let's see. Stream chat for a minute. Let's see. K-pop, Demon Hunter, Hendrix. Ah, here we are. I knew I found it. This picture, this is what it's. This is the picture that I'm basing it off of. So it kind of does look a little similar. It was inspired by this pose. It was this concept, and that's what I'm going to be. So it's kind of like, not as a girl band, but their outfits would be reminiscent of kind of pop stars. Because I just thought it would be fun to kind of give them all matching outfits, but each one expressing their style. So Azura's got a little bit more of like a very girly, cutesy moe vibe going on with it, whereas Misato's going to be more kind of punk style, because that's really what hers is. And then Kaila's will be more elegant and mature. I'm not saying Kaila's not mature. Mature is definitely not the way I would describe her. But her clothing is kind of mature. If I had to say what any character Kaila would be like, off of the top of my head, it would be kind of like the character Nejire from My Hero Academia. But if you're not familiar with My Hero Academia, then I guess just picture, there we go. Just picture, Ariel from, well, The Little Mermaid. Psychological thriller kind of dude. Dude is on trial for the death of his wife and has like an hour and a half to prove he didn't do it to the AI he created. That sounds... oh, I'm dying! That sounds interesting, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds really interesting. Let me know if it's good. Because that sounds really intriguing. Oh, and if you do want to try to join up, right, you can. And I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying if you did want to, feel free to join me. Again, not wanting to make you feel forced or anything. Just, I don't know. I'm a weirdo. I can't speak without it being perceived as weird. Let's see, how long have we been going? 1 hour, so yeah, I'm gonna go for about an hour more, hour and a half tops, definitely no more than that, because I told my family that that's all I would be doing is 2 hours. I can maybe get away with 2 hours. So yeah, I just thought of the idea of them wearing capes. So in the case of like Misato, she does like pretty clothing. She loves colorful things. So even though she's very punk and kind of goth, she wouldn't just want to wear all black. She likes wearing bright colors and such, which is kind of funny because Kaila definitely doesn't have the personality of someone who's punk and all goth, but she would be happy wearing just all black. And it's not because she's like uber depressed or anything. I was gonna do something like that, like, oh, the reason why she wears black is because she's always in mourning, blah, 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 blah. But then I realized that's actually... And I just thought it'd be funnier if the reason why she wears it is because she likes it. Because it's her favorite color. In the case of Misato, she does like wearing black, but she also loves wearing bright, colorful accent colors with it. Because it really expresses her personality and stuff. And she does like pretty dresses and stuff. She just doesn't like them on her. But yeah, like I said, the entire idea is them wearing team outfits, because that's what I thought. And I did make a new YouTube banner and such. I even made a new YouTube profile. This time the sheep has a circle around it. But that said, I might implement this one this drawing if I really do like it. I really do like how I'm doing the folds of the clothing. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm using a potato brush. I bought it from, that's a little too big. That too, still too big. Ah, that's better. I bought it from, the artist, Yananatsu. And I gotta say, it works really nice. I got so many brushes here, and so many of them are pointless. That's why I was doing that whole brush chart at the beginning, because I really need to see what I'm actually going to use and what is actually, what among the year is stupid. Like, oh my goodness, I should have never did. I can tell you one thing that's stupid is all these marker tools. I don't think I got a whole bunch of marker brushes, and I don't think I'm ever going to use them. The only reason why I took them was because I figured, oh, cool, markers. But then I'm like, oh, markers. Am I going to use these? No, probably not. So, here we are. Stuck with a whole bunch of markers. That's why when oh yeah, I've been doing that. Which reminds me, I probably should check. Let's... Oh, 46 minutes until my next login bonus. At least for me. So yeah, I'll make sure to do that. I only got a couple more days. Free, I think? No, 2 after that today. So cool. One time, my sister's friend was coming over to drop off food because of everything that's been going on. And then when I answered the door, I said, oh, thank you, and such like that. And then I kind of moved back because I thought he was going to come in, but he didn't. And he kind of just stood there, and he wasn't saying goodbye or anything. And I didn't know what to say. So my brother was just like, it's too awkward, people not knowing what to do. And I'm like, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to be in the way. I didn't want to be in the way if he was going to come in. But yeah, it wasn't my finest moment. Right, you get ever materials you're not going to use will end up taking up space. Yeah, that's why when I got clipstudiopaint for my tablet, I only downloaded the ones that I knew I was going to use. Don't call me out like this. Yeah, it is true though. It is true. There are so many things. Some things I downloaded, in my defense, I downloaded them because they were kind of false advertisement. They looked way cooler than they actually were. And then when I actually tested them out, it was like, bleh. I wish there was like a review section. Or at the very least, a section where you could like see the brush in motion or whatnot, but it makes sense, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, there's some times where people just don't, describe it very well. I've actually uploaded a few assets to the clipstudiopaint store, so if you guys ever want to check them out, feel free. In fact, let me show them. Let's see. Account. Wait, what? This music is sitting because I don't know where to go. Let's just click on random asset. Yeah, it's a very, very popular public domain song. Uploads. yeah, so this is the stuff that I've uploaded. I've uploaded decorative Sakura brush, a better decorative Sakura brush. I drew those Sakuras myself. And see, it changes colors. Color depends on you. The most popular thing I ever uploaded was this. This was actually in the, on the front page for about 5 seconds. It's basically comic book sound effects, because when I was making Revolution with Color, I realized that there isn't really any there for free, and sometimes people might want to use them, so I made all these by hand. And you can download them. So yeah, if anyone's got clipstudiopaint, and they want to try them out, do so. They're all free. I'm not sure how... Okay, cool. One sec. You can contact me, if you want, when you're ready then. Oh, wait, 1 second. Nobody do anything. Nobody move. Everyone freeze. Okay, let's try this. Let's see. This will work. I'm gonna turn off the music. Nobody move, it's a sheep stick up. Okay, let's see. We're trying something new for the stream, guys. Hopefully it works. Oh. Let's see. Okay, I am calling. Let's try this again. Okay. Hello? Am I coming through? Oh. I think I hear something.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Hello.
I can hear something. I can hear nothing now. Okay. Okay, I can sort of hear you. I can sort of hear you. Like a little slight gurgling.
Okay.
Okay, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. Okay, now I can't. Yep, and trying to have a guest on for the very first time. It was not planned that much. So, somewhere, my brother is laughing at me horribly. I cannot hear. Well, I'll just get to drawing, and then when she comes on, she comes on. Hopefully. Let's see. What am I doing? Just let me know if you can still hear me, Riot Kitty. I can hear Nora laughing. Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh, you should have had it set up better, or why didn't you do this, or like, stop it. Yep. I can hear you. Can you hear me? No, I cannot hear you. Try. And I know it's not like my microphone or OBS not picking it up because it isn't going green. Dang it. Here, let me try again. Can you hear me? Okay. Now, you try to speak. Nah, I can't hear you. This has gotta be the most annoyingest thing ever! This has gotta be, everything's all perfect and I can't hear. I'm not sure if it's Discord or if it's the OBS. I think everything should be set up right. Right, Kitty's gonna try some witchcraft, so while we're doing that, she's doing that. Worst comes to worst, what I do is I stop the stream and then I restart it. With Riot Kitty on it this time. Because I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. So, everybody who's watching, don't go anywhere. In the woods, a Pokey Pig. We'll be right back. I think the most annoying thing is I can't tell if the problem's on her end or if it's on my end. I just don't see if what could be on my end, though. Because as far as I can tell, everything's...
Okay.
I heard you! Nah. Wait, no, I don't.
Yay!
Yeah, I heard you.
It's working. Yay!
Yay! We got connected! Yay! Everybody, welcome.
Right, yay!
Welcome, Riot Kitty, to the sheep stream. Yay!
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
I'm so excited. I was really hoping you were going to be able to join. It's so cool to have a guest. This is my first time. So, since you
awesome.
Yeah. Well, Nora was trying to say, you've had me on before, and it's like, you do not count. We're in the same house. We're not even streaming over Discord. He's just literally behind me, and sometimes he strangled me. Not literally.
I'm happy to be your first online guest.
Yeah. So, I'll let, I'm gonna change the title later on.
Is I right, Kitty? Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, people.
Everybody.
There we go. Now it works.
It's not Nora. Sad one to bully him for not being able. Nah. he's being a productive human. He's working in the government. Uh, he
Oh.
works for the CIA. It's very intelligent. I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but yet here I am telling people. So anyway, since you're the guest, I'll let you start the conversation. Was there anything specifically that you wanted to talk about? Any plans you have for 2026? Anything that you're hoping to see? I know you said the movie Mercy and such.
Oh yeah, that sounds interesting. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like I don't know how to call it. It's basically like kind of like found footage, but with like using computers and stuff, where it's like
Ah,
it's mostly take place on like screens and things.
that's cool. Oh,
Yeah, and then
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So it's like this dude creates an AI that's like supposed to like stop criminals and stuff, and then he gets accused of killing his wife, and then so he's like, I did not kill her. So he's got like I think it's like an hour and a half or something from the trailer, like to figure out who did, so he doesn't die.
Ah, that's cool. Um, any um any
Yeah,
um any anime or TV shows that you're looking forward to this year?
um, I'm looking forward to the rest of Spy X Family season 3. I think, I mean, it's currently ongoing, but it isn't in 2026, so.
I thought season two three ended. I thought it was season four now that we're waiting for. Am
No,
I?
I think it's supposed to be it's 26 episodes, but I can check. I don't or is like core 2.
I could be wrong. I'm not an expert at this stuff. Um, but um, so
Yeah.
I know that for anime that I'm looking forward to, Apothecary Diaries will be coming out season three, but that won't be until October. There's also supposed to be a movie coming out. I'm also really excited because there's going to be news about a new sequel to the anime series Yona the Dawn, which is kind of like Apothecary Diaries. I watched the anime and I liked it a lot. And then because of that, I ended up reading the manga just because I hoped that the manga and the anime would continue, but it never did, and I just kind of accepted that it wouldn't. And then I read the manga up to volume 2022, I think, but then I
Okay.
stopped because it was kind of like going. I couldn't really tell where it was going to go. It was kind of meandering a little bit. And I still have like volume up to volume I think 27, and I haven't, or maybe even 32, but I haven't read them yet. They're just sitting in my room, and I really probably should read them because it is now the manga is now finally ending after like I don't know. It's been going on since 2009, I think.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, so it's very old. And the manga's finally now coming to an end. I'm not even sure if it ended good or not, but because of that, there will be release in the final magazine uh, news about an anime sequel. But
Oh, that's awesome.
I imagine the anime though won't be coming out until like probably later next year, since there's not even been any news about it. If it did come
Okay.
out this year, it would probably come out like way at the end and such. And then Freerin season 2 is going to be dropping just a couple of weeks. I heard that that's anime is gonna be so volume episode season 1 was kind of season 1 was kind of weird because it was 28 episodes, which is usually kind of unusually long for a anime season, especially nowadays. But then
Yeah.
season 2 will only be 10 episodes, so some of the
Mm.
fans are pretty disappointed about that.
Mm. Yeah, that's a little weird coming off of yeah. And also, yeah, my mistake. It was 13 episodes, so
Yeah, that's what I
I
figured.
guess I'm already looking forward to season 4 then.
Well, yeah,
Also,
I
oh
really.
yeah.
Oh, are you
You
caught?
could
No, are you caught? So are you caught up with season three? I don't want to make sure that I'm spoiling anything.
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
okay. So I was really interested. I really did like Damien's mother, because she kind of was just kind of a character, and then when that one really creepy scene when Anya's reading her mind and she hears all these different thoughts about what she thinks about her son, is like, okay, that's pretty interesting. I'm really curious on where it will go. I'm very interested about that.
Oh yeah, it goes in a kind of unexpected direction there. Yeah.
Do you read the manga?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been reading the manga. I'm just an anime only person. But it definitely does look interesting.
Yeah, one of those spy family is like it's like one of the rarities where I do read both the manga and watch the anime, and I'm like, yay! I can see it again animated. Let's go.
Usually, most of the time, when I'm watching a manga, what usually will happen is I watch the manga. I watch manga. I watch the anime, and then if it's really good, I'll start reading the manga as I'm waiting for the next season to come out. That's what happened with My Hero Academia and Attack on Titan. And I actually finished those in the manga. And then so I got the thrill of seeing them animated when it was but for the most part I kind of watch the animes more just because it's easier for me, because I can have the anime on while I do in the background while I'm doing something. Then if I really, but usually like for the first episode I'll usually watch that without being like drawing or anything. I'll give it the full attention.
Oh yeah, there is something I need to watch. I don't even know if it's out in the US yet. But yeah, like it's Cat's Eye got a new anime. And I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, I've been watching it. It's not out. It's not out. It is out in the US, but it's out in Disney. It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I do have my dad's Disney Plus.
I didn't watch it actually, so I didn't really know about Cat's Eye at all. What got me into it is that the singer Otto does the opening and ending for it, and I really do like Otto's music a lot. So that's what and she released the music video.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really loved her work with One Piece Film Red. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that movie. I wanted to see it, and I actually did have an opportunity to see it, but I haven't seen anything of One Piece, so it was like I wasn't sure if I needed to watch the anime, the long, everlasting, non-ending anime to get it, or at the very least, I wasn't sure if there was I wasn't gonna watch the entire anime, but I was going to maybe watch some of it. So I just didn't end up seeing it.
I was going to watch it, but then I realized, I saw AMVs with One Piece and stuff, and I'm like, and I realized I don't know who half the Straw Hats are in the... So I decided to watch One Piece.
Char says, question, have you ever tried to draw mechs and robots before? I've drawn one mech once in my entire life, but it wasn't good, so the answer to that would be no. I think the hardest thing I've ever drawn was I drew the U-Boys dragons from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc of V.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah, especially Starving Venom, I think. It's just oh.
Yeah, Cat's Eye is an old series. It's from I think the 80s or 70s. And
yeah, 80s.
Yeah, and then and now it's getting a redo. So it did definitely look interesting. So I might watch that.
Yeah, I'd like to watch that. Honestly, Cat's Eye is a series I've been repeatedly gaslit on. Because, I... For some reason, so it's just okay, there's I saw the animated sequences, there's pretty posters, and then I looked, and I tried to find out where it's from. I'm like, oh, is this a movie? Is this a new series?
Yeah.
And no, it's a pachinko machine. And it's happened to me 3 times. I'm like, come on! It's a gambling machine, it's not real. It's not a real movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that is...
And I'm like, finally, it's a real series.
one thing I was finding interesting is that oh darn it, my brain went blank. So
Oh yeah, Cat's Eye and City Hunters are in the same universe. Yeah.
oh cool, that doesn't surprise me, because even when I was watching Cat's Eye, like Cat's Eye, is like I could tell, even though I was watching the new one, I was like I could tell, okay, this is adapting an old anime because it's kind of in a reminiscent style, even though it was more polished and clean. It was like I could tell this was adapting an old manga or old anime.
Yeah, they're like I think it's the same creator, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's same universe.
Oh, that's cool. I've heard of
Yeah.
that anime, and the series.
Yeah, I did watch Private Eye. That was like the City Hunter movie with Cat's Eye, and I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Mhm. I
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and with that, like my anime remake slash sequel wish list is almost complete. I do also want I, ironically, you talked about Yono the Dawn, right? And then so I
Yeah.
also want a 2010 shoujo anime to get a sequel, and that's Skip Beat.
Oh yeah, I've read the manga. I haven't finished it. I rented, like, I only read the first volume because it was at my library. I just didn't finish it because I wasn't that reading that much and such. One time when I rented from the library, I rented a series. It's one of my favorite series of all time. It's called Let's Dance a Waltz. I own it now, but before see it, I had to rent it from my library. And I thought I returned it, and then I realized it just got put into a corner. And then I started getting notices from my library that I had an overdue book, and then I found it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was just in the stuffed in the corner. I was like, I thought I had sent it back, but I didn't. It was like, oh my.
Oh my god, that reminds me. I accidentally well, I never like I had like a missing movie. I looked for it everywhere from like the library. Like it was like a movie on tape. It was like The Swan Princess.
Oh. Oh,
And like we never found it, and so it's like we paid the late fees, like took the L on that one, and then yeah, my dad was mad, and then years later, I like found it, and it was like a fucking box in my dad's garage. I was like, well, okay, I guess you're mine now.
You're talking about the animated one, the animated one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that movie. It was one of my favorites growing up. I'm
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, the not Barbie one. It was.
No, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, me and my brother. So when we were watching it, we would always end up making dark versions of it that were really twisted and stuff. Because we always said, it's like, if we were to make the fourth, so we only watched 1 through 3. The other ones were CGI and really bad. But for 1 through 3, we actually did like them, and we always said we would make like a better version 4. And the thing that we'd always say is, the first thing we would ask is, how far can you push a rated G film?
Let's hear, how many Swan Princesses are there for that series?
There's 3 animated ones, and then there was, I think, 3 CGI ones that came afterwards.
Oh my gosh, why?
I've never seen any of those ones. I know there's at least 2, but I think there might be 3. There's one pirate one and one Christmas one, and I think there might be one ever. And it just was really stupid. But the first 3 ones.
That's really milking it.
Yeah. One thing that was funny about the series is one funny thing about the movies is that they kept on like coming up with new excuses for turn into a swan. It was always so funny. And then like in the CGI ones, I think Derek and Odette, like, they don't have a daughter, but they end up like adopting a daughter. I never seen them, but it was just like I've seen commercials and read the trailer, read the back of the DVDs, so it's just really funny. So okay, now that you have got on you, confess, what are your favorite, probably top 3 favorite mangas?
Top 3 favorite?
Yeah, or at least the first 3 that come to your mind.
I'll confess, I don't really have much manga, but I have I have read some. Probably Spy Time's Family.
Yeah.
I really love Skip Beat, even though I don't own it physically. I should, but
Hmm.
I read it.
Well, it makes sense. It's not easy reading. It's not easy always
Well,
owning manga.
also it started in like 2010, so
Mm,
it's like,
yeah.
eh,
My
yeah, it's kind of hard to find the earlier volumes,
yeah. My
but it's still continuing. It's still continuing
oh
on
wow,
Shonen
cool.
Jump. So I'm
At,
like, shouldn't this get a season 2? Someone should get on that.
at least it's continuing. There's this one anime called Nana. I mean manga. It's called Nana, and it's like in permanent hiatus. It's like I think
Oh
that
yeah. Oh my gosh, I heard about that.
yeah. So my favorite manga would probably be ones that were never adapted to a manga. The ones that I definitely like and I definitely recommend, especially if you like more girlier stuff, is Kaila Princess, um, Arisa, and Kitchen Princess, and Let's Dance a Waltz. Those Everfree are all by the same author, Natsumi Endo. I really do like her work, and those are probably my favorites. I also like another one called by Rina Tanemaro called Sakura Hime. That one's pretty good. That was, I
Cool.
think, one of my first mangas that I ever read that wasn't Call a Princess. Call a
Oh
Princess.
yeah, and stark contrast to the two other things I mentioned, the Sino Alice manga.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you telling me that. Oh, you also read the Ruby manga too.
Yes. Yeah, I own the I own like the Bunta one. Yeah.
I wish Ruby would get rebooted and like done
Me
properly.
too.
I would also like it if it actually continued in that anime style that they used for um, Ice Queendom.
Oh, that would be cool.
I know I know a lot of people say that like oh Bumblebee was always in the picture blah 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 but I don't know. The way I look at it I feel like it was kind of just a joke and I feel like Monty wanted to do sisters. Um
Yeah, I feel like that too. Well, I honestly,
mhm.
I'm just like, okay, if it was planned, it makes it even worse.
Well
That's my
yeah.
thing.
Well yeah, that's the thing because it's like why did you make I think Ruby's good into volume I always end up getting it mixed up. I think volume 4, after volume
Yeah.
4, it starts getting bad. Because I think the
Yep.
one thing that I didn't even notice it, because I did actually like volume 4 on first watching, but then when I thought of it, is like, there was just so much that wasn't planned, because, like, right from the get go, when you actually look at Remnant, it's a pretty futuristic world, but for some reason, when Ruby leaves her hometown, it's like she's an avatar and everybody's wearing robes and everything's so futile. It's like, why does everything look prehistoric? I don't think you like the one that
Looking at like medieval.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the lion stand-in who's like a total waste of a character. He's like the school that he went ran Beacon, I think. No, not Beacon.
No, Haven.
Yeah,
Haven.
Haven. It's just like it didn't even have any technology in it. Why is their school so advanced and theirs is so backwater? I
I don't know.
and they don't even. It'd be one thing if they like acknowledged it, like, hey, this has actually got like a lot less stuff in it than ours does, but they don't. I think it's just because they didn't really know what they were doing, and then that's not even counting all the writing and stuff. But with all honesty, I am really hoping that Ruby continues because I really am looking forward to see where the dumpster fire goes.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd honestly rather have a reboot. I'm like, I've watched this dumpster fire. I've like kept an eye on the dumpster fire for
Mhm.
long enough. So like,
If I had a
oh,
core, if I had a nickel for every single time a sibling ended up neglecting their ever sibling when they were suicidal, I would have free nickels. Like for real. It's so weird that it happened 3 times. So it happens in Ruby, and then it happens in the TV show Arcane in it's Disaster season 2, and then it happens in Young Justice season 4. It's like
yep.
3 times someone neglects their sibling and just doesn't even pay attention to their failing mental health.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
sad. If I had a nickel for every time an RT show had offing yourself as the answer, I would have 2 nickels.
the Yeah, that's funny too. It's like
Yeah, bro, like Genlock was so much worse.
I didn't even finish Genlock. I watched season 1 and it was okay.
It's probably the best. I checked it out. I'm like, oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Basically, like, so there's this discount everything you knew about season one. The season two villain is like a cult leader, and then he wants people like off themselves to ascend in like a digital space thing.
Oh, do you know what that reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of? I did a review of it. Here, let me just pause for a minute. I gotta look it up. It reminds me of that one TV show. What's it called? Let's see. I did a review of it, but I don't remember the name. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, Lazarus. Yeah, it was on HBO. It was like it was supposed to be an anime, but it looked totally. It was very clear that it was like an American anime, even, and it was done by the creator of Cowboy Bebop, but it was so bad.
Okay.
And
Yeah, like the entire cast of Genlock off themselves, and they're like, "Oh shoot, that's exactly what the villain wanted." Real quick.
what happened this
Yeah,
happened.
like the main character's mom was like, "I want you to kill yourself, son." He's like, "Okay, mom."
Yeah, it did. What I'm
Like,
talking about was the
what
sibling
is this?
neglect. It did happen 3 times. It wasn't as bad in Young Justice. Like in Young Justice, it's Beast Boy and Miss Martian. And it wasn't as bad because I don't think Beast Boy was at a point of where he was suicidal. But the fact is that he's super depressed and he's acting, showing all the signs. Like it couldn't be more obvious. And Miss Martian and everybody around him is just like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, what do you think is wrong with him?
Yeah, Aces has a good point. Like, watch Genlock season 2 if you hate yourself.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
just
so
like edited around the same time as Ruby Volume 9. I'm like, is this like kind of like some is like RT conveying like their inevitable bankruptcy? Is that what this was?
yeah. See, so
This
the
is
reason why I stopped watching Genlock is actually not even because of the plot, because I could handle a bad plot, but once it got to season 2, they tried to aim for an older audience, and you know the best way to aim for an older audience is not mature storytelling, it's graphic sex scenes. And I'm like,
and killing people.
yeah, it's like
Randomly.
I was just like, no, this isn't. I turned it off. I just couldn't. Like, this is. Call me a prude, but it was like way too graphic for my taste.
Well,
Like,
it went on like HBO Max, and I don't have HBO Max, so I didn't watch it, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't. I'm like, no, this is bad.
HBO Max I do have, so that's how I watched it, and yeah, I regret it. I completely. It's the same thing with Lazarus. That was also on HBO Max. That's the only reason why I would watch it. I would never seek that out any ever. Like, I wouldn't even pirate it because it's like
Yeah, I
no.
wouldn't pirate it either. I'm like, oh, there was only like two characters I liked, and one of them died stupidly, and the other one offed herself because she was told it was the solution to her problems. I'm like, that is
Yeah.
pretty bad.
And the funniest thing is with Ruby, Genlock, and even Lazarus, the thing that's sad about all of them is that they do have interesting plots, but they never take them into any, they never actually take them to their full extent. So the entire
Um,
plot of Lazarus is that this like billionaire creates this miracle drug that can heal everything from cancer to the SADS, and it's called Hopna. But then, and everybody starts getting hooked on it, and they start taking it to cure everything from, like I said, depression to incurable diseases and such. But then he reveals later on, everyone who takes Hopna is now gonna die. So now it's a race around the world to figure out, to try to find the person who made Hopna, because he's now disappeared, and try to get the cure. That's the premise. It's an interesting
okay,
premise, but they don't do
that does
anything.
sound like a cool premise.
That they don't do anything with it. Like, okay, so the world's basically gonna end, but it's not like it's a typical ending. So it's not like everyone's gonna die all at the same time, because not everyone took Hopna at the same time. So it's like, that's an interesting premise, because it's an unusual apocalypse, because it's not like a simple ending. And then on top of that, they on top of that, they ended up kids didn't take Hopknot. Well, at least they weren't supposed to be. It is revealed that a lot of kids did go behind people's back and took it anyway, but that still wasn't probably every kid. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't take, like, if I was in that world, I would have not taken it. So that's not even like everyone is gonna end.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of people did, right?
Yeah, so it's like, this is
And
a very unusual apocalypse. And then on top of that, nobody acts like that. Like, if the world is going to end, there'd be people looting, there'd be people kind of panicked, there'd be people getting their affairs in order. But everyone acts just kind of normal and stuff. And then most of the episodes are like, okay, this is literally the plot. Okay, I'm going to describe it so that way you don't have to watch it. Okay, let's look for, I think his name was Skinner. Let's look for Skinner. Is he here? Nope. Well, that was interesting. Nothing. Let's look here. Nope. That was interesting. Nothing. And they might, like, learn something else about the world, like, how human bad, we killing nature and all that. But that was far, like, they just waste so much time just looking in no places. And then in the end, Skinner was, like, right beneath their noses.
wow.
It was really bad. And I even was asking my brothers, like, am I being too critical? Because he didn't watch it, but is like, and like the only thing I could say is, like I said, it was done by the same person who did Cowboy Bebop. Is there were some times where the fight scenes were choreographed good, but even then, most of the time the animation was pretty stiff and jilted, and all the designs looked so generic, like really generic.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Well, I just thought of another movie I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to like this one. It's called The Sheep Detectives, and like the trailer looked really stupid, but in a very funny and charming way. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, I think I heard of that. Does that have Hugh Jackman in it, or?
Yeah, it's Hugh Jackman
Yeah,
gets killed, and then the sheep he shepherded like have to try and solve his murder.
I might have to see that one just because it's sheep and I'm
Yeah.
sheep.
I'm like it looks very cute. I'm like even though it's like realistic sheep, like it's still like it looks funny. Like they have movement and stuff, and like it also bright colors. Like it's not like drab or anything.
It is funny though because there's a list. I think the list of movies that I don't want to see are higher up than the ones I do want to see. Like I want to see Dune Part 3, and I want to see
Me
the new
too.
Hunger Games movie. But I think
As
that's
well.
in Scarlet. But that's it because I definitely don't want to see that Animal Farm movie that they're making. It's like, oh my goodness.
Me neither. That looks
I like
bad.
I liked the book, but this looks like I think Orson Welles is rolling and it's great.
I am terrified of the new Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, me too. I
I'm
forgot it
like,
was coming out this year because
yeah, I don't know if it is still coming out if
I
they're
didn't
gonna
watch
delay it,
I didn't
but
watch the third one, but I did watch the second one and first one, Prince
yeah.
Caspian and the Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. I love those movies. They're one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. That's how much I like them. I think they're good. And I mean, my brother were rewatching them, and it's like, it really is a lost art form, because I forget the word that I'm looking for, but they're able to tighten up the story very nicely. They're able to pack it all really together, and it only takes them like a very short time to get to Narnia, and it isn't rushed, but it isn't
Yeah.
drawn out. Like there are so many movies I now would make it like take to like practically the 40-minute mark for them to get to Narnia.
Oh yeah, like yeah, they definitely get there almost right away, and like yeah, I love them. I love those movies, and I have all the books too, and I'm like, oh gosh, this is going to be horrible. Apparently, there was rumors of it being a musical, and I'm like, this is no, no,
Yeah, and it's like,
no.
so here's something fun. Here's something a little interesting about me. I do not like Greta Gerwig as a director. I just never liked any movie I've seen of her. I absolutely
I
hated
don't know of any movie she's ever done, so.
Well, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but have you heard of the 2023 Barbie movie?
Oh
The
yeah, yep, I have heard of it.
Yeah,
That was her.
yeah, that was her, and I hated
I
that.
never went to go see it because my ideal Barbie movie is just Barbie goes on an adventure
Well, that's why it's like I
playing
didn't
someone else.
I did
It's
not like.
like,
The only reason why I saw the Barbie movie is because my sister asked me to watch it with her, and it was already when it was on HBO, and I absolutely hated it. I think the only reason why I ended up watching it was because before that I ended up taking her to see Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snake, and I don't think she liked it. So I was like, oh great, this is punishment.
You know what? I actually I went to like the movie theaters
Mm.
with my aunt and my cut with my aunt, my cut and my cousins, and then like it was between Barbie or Disney's Haunted House movie, and I'm like, I'm gonna go with a haunted house movie.
Was it good? Was the haunted house movie good?
It was better than I expected. It was actually good, and
Mm.
unfortunately, Disney did not market it at all.
They
And
also
also
released.
released it around Christmas.
Yeah, it's like, why would you do that? I don't know. I
Yeah.
think Disney's got like, Disney doesn't have a bright idea in that head of theirs, and
I don't know, for
as
some reason they're like, you know what, we don't technically want this movie to do well. Let's just
mm,
like kill it, even though that'll lose us money.
yeah, I ended up watching because I ended up watching Lady and the Tramp with my mom for Christmas, and I absolutely love that movie. And when I was watching it, I was sad because it's like this is really good animation in here, and I feel like if Disney did continue making animation like that, I think they could have competed with anime and
Oh
making
yeah.
like 2D animation. They just stopped though, and it's so
Oh yeah,
sad.
100%. Yeah, yeah, like you know, like oh my gosh, I remember watching a lot of Barbie movies when I was younger. And
Mm.
yeah, it was like just Barbie goes on an adventure
I love those
as
Barbie
someone else.
movies. I don't like all
Yeah,
of
I
them,
like the
so the only ones I like are up to Princess Charm's skull. That's the only one I want. All the older
yeah,
ones.
newer ones are kind of like eh, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
it's
too
just like I
kiddie.
like this early 2000s ones the best. Those were
Those are my
funny, even though like
childhood.
the
I
graphics
literally
are
got
kind of bad.
I literally got all of them pretty much on day one. I love them. And the animation's kind of creepy now, but I still like them. I still enjoy them, and I think the
Yeah,
plot's
I like
good.
I think I like probably like Rapunzel the best, and then there's like the Swan Princess is just dumb, but it's good. And
That's my favorite too. Rapunzel and Princess and the Pauper are my favorites.
oh, Princess Popper, yeah, that's another good one. I think my favorite though is probably like either like I think it's like the Magic of Pegasus or like the Diamond Castle. Those are pretty good.
Barbie goes to Guantanamo Bay and gets shot
No.
by the CIA.
Oh my god.
So anyway,
No, not that kind of adventure.
back to what I was saying was Greta Gerwig did Chronicles of Narnia. I mean, did Barbie. And see, even if I liked Greta Gerwig, I still wouldn't pick her to do Chronicles of Narnia because she makes very grounded feminist stories. She doesn't really do fantasy. It'd be like
Yeah, I've
picking.
never heard of her doing fantasy. I've
Yeah, it would
never.
be like picking Christopher Nolan to do a Disney movie. It's just like, no.
To do a Barbie movie.
That's another movie that's coming out this year, and I'm not sure if I'll like it. It's the Christopher Nolan Odyssey film, and it's just like I'm looking at the cast, and I'm like, what were you thinking? I'm sick and tired of seeing Zendaya. Zendaya was the worst part about Dune. Like there was
Yeah.
nothing she brought to the role that made her good in it. Like
Bro, she was better as a Disney TV actress. I'm gonna say it.
yeah, that's the after
Yeah,
I
she's
liked her in Shake It
yeah.
Up, but that's as far as it can. It's just like I'm sick and tired of seeing her. She can't act to save her life. I hate her as Mary Jane. Like I absolutely despise her as Mary Jane.
Honestly, I think she's an average. Like I think she's maybe like on the cusp of being like mediocre, but
Mm.
like she can do good stuff. It's just
Oh yeah, I
it,
do.
it it's just like for some reason it seems like now she's just playing like the same character
I know,
in
and like she
in
makes
every role, like with various degrees of seriousness.
the
I don't
show
know.
she's good. The show she's known for is Euphoria. I've never seen it, nor do I want to see it because it seems like misery in a can. But I heard that she's good in that. Like, okay, that's something I could think she could be good at because it's nihilistic and awful and just kind of drab like she is. But
Mm.
having her be in something like Dune is like, nah, she didn't provide anything to the role that made her her. It's the same thing I had when I was anytime I watch Natalie Portman. Like Natalie Portman, I've watched Black Swan, I've watched Thor, and I've watched Star Wars Episode 3. I love Star Wars Episode 3. That's actually my not one of my that's not just my favorite Star Wars movie, that's one of my favorite movies of all time actually, to be honest. I don't
Oh my
really
god, that's my favorite Star Wars movie too.
Oh wow. I don't really care for the rest of the movies, but I love that one. I absolutely love it. I even went to go see it with Nora at the theaters and we enjoyed it so much. But the worst part of it was probably Natalie Portman. I don't think she did a bad role. She did bad in the role of um Padme, but I don't think she provided anything that was like Hayden Christensen's like and Ewan McGregor were like, oh my goodness, I could not see them being replaced. They made the roles them, but with her, it's just like Yeah, you could swap her up with anybody, and it would be this. As long as they are acting good, it's the same, maybe even better. Like nothing was brought uniquely to the role.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I think like yeah, maybe Zendaya is like slightly better than Brie Larson, but
yeah, Euphoria is a drama series. I think it's about a bunch of teens struggling with the world and getting on drugs
uh,
and
that does sound
having
depressing.
sex. Yeah, it's very nihilistic and depressing. It's just not for me. I can watch something that's more nihilistic and depressing, but one, I just don't watch things with like a bunch of sex or language. It's just not my type. If I do watch something like that, it's got to be good. But just like I said, it just seems awful, like awful. Um, which is why probably the only movies that I actually did like last year were, like I said, K-pop Demon Hunter, Demon Slayer. I cannot tell you how many times I ended up getting the names mixed up. I ended up saying K-pop Demon Slayer instead of Demon Hunter.
K-pop dude.
And then I like the Chainsaw Man movie. That was a real surprise for me because I thought the anime was okay, and I thought,
That would
oh
be a very amusing crossover.
yeah.
K-pop demons.
So for Chainsaw Man is like I thought the anime was okay. It was a little too violent for my taste, but I was just like I'll at least get good animation out of this. Maybe it will be good, maybe it won't, but I actually did really like it. It's a love story actually.
Mm.
Mhm. And see, that's a movie that that doesn't really have that much of a happy ending, but it was good, and I love the music. The music was really good.
And I watched this weird one. It was like called Bungania or something. I didn't hear them say the word in the movie, so it's like I don't know how to pronounce it. But
I don't know.
yeah, it's just like I'm like yeah, it's like if I had 2 nickels for every time like there was an alien reveal and then it made the plot worse, like I would have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird. It's happened twice.
Which ones were those? Which ones were those?
Bungia and gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like this guy who like acted like he was like a 50s
Mm-hmm.
movie star or something while he was like solving crimes and stuff and
Oh,
like
I first thought you were gonna say Darling in the Frank, because that had a kind of an alien reveal, and that was really bad.
yeah, that was kind of bad. I like the first half, not the second half so much. Yeah, it was like I'm just like,
Mm,
and then at the end, all of humanity dies in Boogie, and I'm like,
mm.
oh, okay. I didn't. I'm like, I feel like this just makes the plot worse because the whole time you're like, okay, like these dudes are definitely crazy. Like this sounds like they got their
Mm.
delusions from like a video game world or something. And
Speak
like, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's actually like 100%. And then like, so then they kill humanity. I'm like, okay.
Speaking of bad endings, uh, I was talking a little bit about that. So, for Kaguya-sama Love is War, I think I watched up to season, I don't know, I think it was season 2. I watched the ending of that, and I thought it was over because I saw the confession of when they confessed, and I thought, okay, that's the ending. And then I kind of hear these things, it's like, wait, is it still going on? And then I realized not only is it still going on, I learned that the manga ended horribly. People didn't like it. And then, not too long after that, I find out that Oshiko no Ko ended bad. And I realized when I was watching the YouTuber Chibi reviews, I was watching his reviews, and it's so funny because at first you can see him talk about both series, and like the creator is the best, probably the best manga creator that's running right now. Like, oh, he's a genius, and
And
uh,
the switch up.
yeah, he's a genius. He's doing so great because he's running both of these series. And then when it got to the end, he was like, he now thinks he's probably one of the worst authors.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, his reputation definitely is tarnished
Well,
after
yeah, because at
Oshinoko.
first he's
I
like,
don't. I have no idea about the Kaguya ending.
no,
I'm
I
anime
don't know.
only, but
Oshino,
like, I ended it like first kiss never ends, and like I'm like I thought, oh yeah, it's over, right? Like
that's what
they're
I
gonna like
thought.
go off to Stanford, and And like they confess they love each other, and then it's like, oh wait, it's continuing. What?
Yeah, that's the
Apparently
thing
they're
that.
gonna skip like half the manga.
So
and
here's the
go.
thing, from what I learned from the Chibi reviews, and the people who like this, are pretty on par. Like they get their information right 90% of the time. So the reason why they're doing that is because the creator requested that, and he was saying that maybe this means that there could be a thin chance that it will be better than the manga then, but at the same time, it also means that it's still him doing it, so it's like he doesn't know, because it's like, man. And I think the funniest thing about Oshinoko's ending is the fact that, so I watched the first episode of Oshinoko, and then I think I watched the second episode, and then I kept on wondering where it was gonna go. I didn't watch it, but I was following along with it, and it's like, it seemed like almost every time they introduced something that was dark and dramatic, then they just kind of go nowhere with it, and they just let the plot fly.
Yeah, that's
It
kind of
relied a
why
lot on
I
shock
think I
humor.
stopped at like episode 6 or 7, and then I'm like, yeah, this feels like it's going nowhere. I'm good.
Yeah, I know. It's just weird, and like it gets some pretty dark places, like with the industry and how it exploits children, if you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
it's like okay, you introduced that, and it was like almost at the end, and they do it with and it's like you're handling this kind of subject in this kind of series. It's just weird. And then the ending is like really bad because the main character like kills himself to frame his father for it. And then
And
then he ends up dying.
yeah.
And then
Honestly, like no matter how bad the Kaguya-sama ending is, I'm just like, I think you're. I'm like,
yeah.
mangaka, I think you're rewriting the wrong ending because I did not hear much about the Kaguya ending. I heard it's like, oh, it's kind of underwhelming or whatever, like
Yeah.
kinda like milquetoast maybe. But then Oshinoko, I heard it everywhere. Everyone was talking about it,
I
how
know.
bad it was,
And then
and I'm like,
especially
I'm
with the
just like,
Oshinoko ending, from what I've learned, was like, so there are three main girl characters. There's Akane, which is kind of like his main girlfriend, not girlfriend, and then there's Ruby, who's kind of his sister, kind of his girlfriend, because it's one of those. Which is one reason why I didn't want to watch it. Is like, I'm not into that. Nope. And then also there was like the weird factor that they're both reincarnated, and he was an adult doctor and she was a child, so it was
Yep.
cancer. So it was like, that's even weirder too. And he has his memories of being an adult man, but yeah, he's in the baby's body, and it's like, that is weird. That is too weird for me. I'm tapping out. So that's why.
Also he was now he's reincarnated as his favorite idol's child.
Yeah, I know, it's just weird. And then, like
And they did nothing with it.
yeah, and then like I said, and then there's the Evergirl, named Kana. She's the one who bitch slaps him from the grave.
Yeah,
And
that was actually hilarious. Like I'm like that was my highlight of like witnessing like this train wreck. It's just like Kana slapping his corpse.
She wasn't even his main love interest. She was just like a girl who loved him. So it was like, out of all the three girls, Ruby, Akane, and Kana probably had the least amount of chance to get it with it, because Ruby is the sister, so obviously she'd have the highest chance because of course. And then Akane looks like his mom, with blue hair, so she would have the second highest choice. And I know that the author actually wanted to make Ruby x Aqua be the end goal, but the main creator was like, nope. We're gonna kill
it was
him
like
off.
I think it was like the artist or something. Like it's like I prefer.
No, yeah, it was the artist. That's what I meant to say. And it's just like, oh my goodness. It was like, but at the same time, it's like, oh my goodness. It's like, I can't believe it was actually kind of funny, to be honest. Since I wasn't invested in it, it was very funny to watch. But
Yeah, I'm just like I'm like wow. Okay, I'm like I think you're rewriting the wrong ending.
that was another thing I've been hearing about. So Fire Force is going to be ending, and Fire Force is a pretty like well-liked series. I've heard nothing bad about it, but I heard that the final season's only going to have 13 episodes, and they have a lot to adapt. So people are thinking that it's going to be rushed, and they're going to be skipping over it. And the one
Oh god, yeah, that's why I'm worried about Kaguya-sama, because like they're skipping like I think they're apparently from Chibi reviews, apparently they're skipping like 50 to 70 chapters with it. I'm like, this sounds like it's gonna be rushed or like weird.
And
like,
that's what
trying to
that's what I was learning about Fire Force, and it's like, that's a shame. And I feel like the one reason why they're doing it is because Studio David has got 2 big projects coming up. They've one movie which I'm not sure about. And then the biggest project would be JoJo Steel Ball Run. They're doing
Oh yeah.
that. So obviously they're gonna get a lot of attention to that. But
Mm-hmm.
so it's like that's kind of sad because I was kind of
Yeah,
interested.
that does look.
I was kind of interested because a lot of people want Soul Eater to get a secondary season. Um, and
Yeah, like a remake or something.
yeah. Oh, that's never
I
mind.
might be I might be in the minority, but I'm like I like the like I didn't read the manga, so I'm like I like Soul Eater. I don't really
No, I get it.
desire a remake. I mean, if a remake comes out and it's amazing,
Yeah, I
all
get
for
it.
it.
I
But
get it. Like, there's some people out there. I've never met them in real life, but I heard they exist who like Full Metal Alchemist more than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So the funniest thing about Full Metal Alchemist is Full Metal Alchemist follows the manga's plot for the most part at the beginning, but then it has like some filler moments or it stretches things out. But then once it gets to a certain part, it completely drops the manga and does its own thing. And then for Brotherhood, it follows the manga's plot for the most part, but it's a little bit more rushed at the beginning and it skips a few more scenes, like little minor scenes. But it has a stellar ending. Um,
that's kind of
so
why I didn't. That's kind of why I've never gotten into Full Metal Alchemist because I've been recommended. Okay, you need to watch like up to a certain point with Full Metal Alchemist, and then go continue the rest of the way with Brotherhood. I'm like, I don't want to watch two separate series to get the best
yeah,
story.
I think if you were going to, my personal opinion is just watch both. They're it's not even like that long. Like the one is 60 and one's like 50, I think. If I remember
Ah,
correctly,
okay.
63. But yeah, it's just probably you are better just watching both of them to get the full experience. Um, because it is kind of a needing both. But that's
Hmm.
another anime that I really do like. And I really like it a lot. Is Fruits Basket. I absolutely love Fruits Basket. And that got a redo. I'm so happy. Which is funny because I remember reading Fruits Basket, so it got like these special editions that were released, and I think late 2018, and when I bought them because I ended up convincing my dad to buy them all. He's like, "Hey, I'll do a big project for you, and you can pay me by buying these." So he did. And when I was reading them, I was just so excited. It's like it'd be really nice if if this got a redo. And then shortly after, I actually found out they were getting a redo. And the biggest problem with the redo is it skips over one part in the arc. Like there's this one character that's never even introduced. But it was
Oh,
a very minor character, so it wasn't like it ruined the story or anything. It was just extra
okay.
drama. But yeah, I definitely like Fruits Basket a lot.
I I have never watched Fruits Basket aside from I think the first episode of the 2000s one.
Mhm. I recommend
Unfortunately,
I recommend
I don't know.
watching the 2019 one. It is good.
Yeah?
And you don't need to watch, unlike Fullmetal Alchemist, you don't need to watch both of them. Fruits
Oh,
Basket,
that's good.
you get the full experience just by watching the 2019 version. And I definitely don't
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that
recommend
helps.
men watching it. So there's this one character in it. Um, there was a plot twist that wasn't revealed yet when the original one. I won't reveal what it is, but there's a plot twist about one character and it wasn't revealed. Um, in it yet in the manga. So because of that, the 2009, the 2001 one went in a completely different direction. Was the character, and it's when once you know, you know. It's laughably funny. Oh, that was the one thing I wanted to say because talking about Fruits Basket Man. Did you see that one localizer change that was going around where so there's this one anime, I think it was Uzumane, the horse one, girl one, and the characters say "Merry Christmas" and they say it in their anime English
Boy.
voice, so you can clearly hear them saying "Merry Christmas," and the subtitles say "Happy Holidays."
Oh my, I did see that. I'm like, are you serious? You can like it's not even like changing Japanese.
Yeah,
It's like changing
the
English. Like it's
sign was also
localizing English.
people have been also saying I don't read Japanese, but according to people, the sign was also changed. They had a banner that said "Merry Christmas" and they changed it to "Happy Holidays" as well.
Oh my god.
And it's so transparent, and the same thing happened in Fruits. So I actually do like the Fruits Basket dub. I think it's really good for the most part, but there is some annoying changes in it. The biggest one being is that so one of the characters' name is Hatsuhara, and he kind of has moments where he quote unquote goes black. They say that um, and it's him getting more violent and more angry, and they could just call it. It's when his temper is basically lost,
Okay.
and in the manga, in the anime, in the Japanese one, and even in the original English dub of the 2001 version, they always translate it as going black. But in the 2019 English dub one, they changed it to going dark. And it would be fine if you did that for the dub, whatever, but they changed it for the sub as well. They translate the subtitles to saying, oh, he's going dark, but I can hear them saying black. They're saying it in English. So it's like, you can tell me, it's like, you can give me, oh, well, we don't want to say he's going black because that's racist or something like that. It's like, you can tell me that to the cows come home. It doesn't matter because it has nothing to do with race, and I can hear them saying it, and you're saying that he's saying, not saying it. It's like, literally, it's rain. You're pissing on my leg and it's raining. You're saying it's raining. It's like, so bad. But better than that, I do think the dub in Fruits Basket is pretty good. I think the performances are pretty good.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, that's good. Yeah, like I'm just like that's somehow more befuddling than translating Japanese. It's like you're localizing English spoken in a...
Well, they only do it because of their own gripes, their own agendas, or whatever.
Yeah,
or because
it's
they're
just
on
like wow. Okay.
But it's like I said, the dub of Fruits Basket was good. Unlike the dub for Demon Slayer, I don't know how the translations are, but performance-wise, some of them aren't so bad, but some of them are awful. So me and my brother went to go see Infinity Castle and Feeders twice, once in the Japanese and then once in the dub. My brother really wanted to see in the dub because the actor who plays Zenitsu played in, I think, Five Nights at Freddy, and so he wanted to see him. And he doesn't do that bad of a job, but there's this one character in it that's like a side character, so it's just a nobody, just cannon fodder. But they're about to die, and the girl's screaming, "Help me!" And the way she sounds, it's like she was not even trying. It sounded so awful, especially when you compare it to the sub, where the original Japanese, where she sounds so full of like anguish, like, oh my goodness, you can tell that this woman's about to die. Whereas this one, it's like, and now Demon Slayer is being recommended for an Oscar. So I'm just like, lady, you are now in an Oscar, a movie that is now contending for the Oscars, and that is the performance you gave. And to the ADR degree, that's like, to the ADR director, it's like, okay, you might want to, like, you're not going to demand a secondary take from her at all. Again, this movie's now being nominated for the Oscars, and this is what you guys give. It's like, do a little better. This is a movie, for criminy sakes. It's like, no, they just don't.
Oh damn, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I can go for about 20 more minutes, and then I'll have to start wrapping it up. 20 for
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm almost done, actually, with doing the line art with Kaila.
That's good. Yeah, I think it was like you have Kaila, Misako, and I don't know the other one.
Here, I'll show it to you. Let me push pause on this because I'm also recording because this is gonna be part of a. So I've got wait, I gotta open the sketch. So I got Kaila right there in front, and then I've got Misato right there in her outfit, and then Azura right here. The hardest part about
yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then the hardest part about all these characters is that I'm gonna try my best to make their outfits look connected, but while each expressing their own styles. See, each one of them are from different stories. One's from Tales of Halls, Kaila's from Tales of Halls, Misato's from Revolution of Color, and Azura's from Blue Song. They have no connection to each other. They never meet, or they never do anything like that. It's just that
they must be a girl band.
Yeah, well, not so much a girl band, more like a girl fighting band. Like, I just thought it'd be fun of them being, like, I love the idea. That's why I like K-pop Demon Hunter. It's like, oh, you get girls in pretty outfits, and they're fighting demons.
And they're
That's
singing
so cool.
and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, well, actually, the funny thing is that Azura, like, if she could sing, she would be, like, the best singer. She has, like, an amazing voice. But Misato's voice would literally sound like a nightmare. She could not sing for her life depended. She could play. She could play the violin though. She could play the violin. But
Okay, like if I picture Misato singing, I would picture her trying to like be like screamo or something like that while singing like literally anything.
have you
It's
ever
like
have you ever heard of the Dick Van Dyke Show?
what?
Have you ever seen the Dick Van Dyke Show? Was
Mm-mm.
yeah. So if you ever look up a clip of the Dick Van Dyke Show, and there's one character named Sally Field. That's kind of what Misato's voice sounds like. Very deep, very kind of husky, very not kind of. She has a voice for radio, not a voice for singing. hmm I guess another example would be is if you ever heard like the character Rebecca from the TV show the anime Cyberpunk. In the English dub, she kind of.
Oh, I have seen some clips. I do need to watch that. I want to
Mm-hmm.
watch that, especially because Wuthering Waves is getting. I'm like, okay, I need to watch it. Like Wuthering Waves is getting a Cyberpunk Edge Runners collab, and I'm like, I need to watch that.
I thought Cyberpunk was fun. It's like my biggest problem was like I said, it's just like I'm not really one for nudity or overly graphic violence, and there's definitely some scenes where it has that. So I just like I don't look at the screen or I fast forward a little bit. But as for the plot wise, I definitely think it was good. It was very simple, despite the very complex world that they built. The story in its rawest was pretty much a tale as old as time. You got the guy who ends up getting involved in a life of crime, and he thinks that he's gonna, and he tries to make it through with his girl. And I think that's what was so nice about it, is that fact that at its heart it was a simple story.
That's awesome. Yeah, I do have some. I do have some limits when it comes to like graphic stuff or whatever. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like usually sometimes I'm just like, okay, I look away, or I maybe don't continue watching. Like with Tokyo Ghoul, I realized that Tokyo Ghoul I couldn't watch because it was focused on like essentially cannibalism, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want to watch people eat people. I'm
No, yeah. I hate the ghouls in Tokyo Ghoul, so I did watch Tokyo Ghoul, and I absolutely hated them. I'm like, okay, I hope the bad guys wipe you guys all out. Because you're like, oh, we just want to live, we just want... No, you eat people. You eat people.
like
You
I
exist...
feel bad for Kaneki because like like literally he was basically like a freaking experiment or something
I
like that.
know. And it's
I
like,
like I'm just like, yeah, it's like you guys want to eat people. I mean, I could kind of understand why humans are like, yeah, we need to like
yeah,
fucking
and the
like
funniest thing is that they always have to make the humans, like, cartoonishly bad to kind of justify it and see, oh, maybe the ghouls got a point. It's like, no, no, you don't. Get
yeah,
wrecked.
it's kind of like almost like yeah, it's kind of like it reminds me of like Shiki almost, where it's like, oh yeah, we just want to live too. I'm like, no, you guys want to like eat people and shit, and
At least with
like,
at least with Shiki, and so at least with Shiki, it's less ambiguous in the manga, and Sunako definitely does like that, but at the same time, I don't think it like I do have to admit that is my least favorite part of Shiki, where Sunako's just like, I want to do this, but we do see characters in it, like that one nurse who ends up getting turned. She refuses to eat people, and so it's like there are people like that, but it's just like, no, the entire idea is that you died. You technically die when you become a vampire, and the polite thing for you to do is then just to die. It's sad, but it's sad because someone else ruined your life. You don't then get to use it as an excuse to ruin other people's lives.
yeah, pretty much. And like so, I'm like, yeah, it's like you know, and I understand them like massacring everybody because it's like, okay, we've had enough of this stuff. We need to like take matters into our own hands.
I also like it because the one thing I like about Shiki, the YouTuber The Almighty Lolly did a good review on it, is it shows humanity at its fullest of what it can do. It's like, this wasn't a trained militia, this wasn't an army, it was just a group of townspeople, and as soon as they found out, they're like, totally waste the vampires, and it shows you why vampires are a secret, because the moment you find out, you're going to be screwed, because humans are very good and very efficient at killing. They've done it for years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and
But
like I'm like you know, and sometimes it's like kind of sad too because it's like oh yeah, there's like your friends or your family too, but then it's like okay, it's either us or them. Like either
yeah,
we kill them or they kill us. It's
but
just like yeah.
but yeah, for the most part, like I don't watch. I try to not watch things that have too much profanity, and that's why. That's why I even watch like Chainsaw Man. I don't watch it in the dub. I watch it in the sub. And if I try not to watch things that are too violent, and I try not to watch definitely things with nudity. Like nudity is the biggest thing. Like I'm not gonna say there hasn't been anything that I haven't, but that's the one part I probably avoid the most. But that's just my own personal like.
Yeah, I think like if it's like an emphasis on like organs spilling out and stuff, that's probably like my.
Yeah, like I couldn't.
That's why I haven't watched Chainsaw Man. I'm like, okay, this looks really violent.
Which is
really
funny because didn't you say you watched Hellsing?
Yes, I know. I watched Hellsing, and then like
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but like
No,
I
get it. But to me, Hellsing's way worse than Chainsaw Man. I could not I tried to watch it, but I couldn't.
Maybe it's because I was a teenager and I like maybe my tastes have changed or something. But I think it was just the blood. Like there were a couple violent stuff where it's like I did have to look away, but like other than that, like I think like the blood was like just I don't know, for some reason it looked really stylized to me, and there wasn't a lot of emphasis on organs. Maybe
it's also why I can't watch. I can't watch Danganronpa, the Despair arc. I think it was the.
Oh gosh, yeah, that was yeah. I had to look away from this killing of the student council. That was graphic. I think that was like the most graphic Danganronpa's ever been.
That was probably the most violent thing I've ever seen, and I did not watch it. I fast forward through it, and then Chiaki Nanami's execution. I could only watch part of that. Like that was like I watched the very beginning and the very end. I did not watch any of the middle because it's like. You're seeing this character that you like, and she's just like, I get that's kind of.
Yeah, she's just getting like impaled repeatedly, and it's just like, oh gosh, God, yeah, that was horrible.
Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, there was this one part where like there was like these two student council members are like, yeah, we're gonna like kill ourselves because we don't want to do this, and then there was like a dude like
I know, it's like, why'd you do
both
that?
of them.
It's like, why'd you do that? And then
I'm
the
like,
future.
oh god! And I'm just like, I looked away and I'm like, oh my god, no, that was horrible.
The future arc actually, even though it had red blood, that bothered me less. Like there wasn't really any scene that actually I really mind in the future.
Oh yeah, like the Despair arc was like more graphic.
Like, which is funny because that's the one with pink blood, but the pink blood.
Yeah.
It bothered me more in the future.
Maybe they're like, yeah, we could turn up the violence because we're doing pink blood.
Yeah. I did like that one fight between, well, it wasn't really a fight, it was more of kind of a one-sided beatdown of that one character who was the ultimate pharmacist, and the ultimate confectionery where she's trying to kill her. Like,
it was like Seiko, and then someone, I think her name started with an M, I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that was good.
I really liked her boyfriend, the one she killed, the ultimate blacksmith. I really liked.
Yeah, I was just like, God damn it, you could have been so cool, and then you.
Yeah, I loved his design, and I liked their aesthetic. I liked how him and the confectionery worked off each other. Just the confectionery was a botch. She was so annoying. Yeah. The only good parts in Despair arc, I would say, were the parts where students getting their heads cut off by the weapons. Was pretty brutal. I don't remember that scene, but I will definitely take your word for it.
Yeah, that was the killing of the student council. Yeah, that was, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like they just went from like 0 to 180. Like they're like, oh yeah, kill each other, and then they're like, what? And then it's just like, and then it just like goes off with like it starts with one guy, and then like everyone else just like joins in. And I'm like, this is way too quick.
Fun fact: the song that Junko's sister Mukuro Ikasaba, I forgot her name for a minute.
Yeah, Mukuro,
was singing. It's called Tsubasa Woko, and it's actually a song that's sung predominantly in Japanese graduations, and it was also in the anime Evangelion, specifically the rebuild movies, which is kind of where. So the rebuild movies, my brother's an expert on all things Eva. So there was the anime, and then the anime ended with the movie, because they were literally running out of. So the funniest thing about Evangelion is they were running out of budget for it. But because Evangelion did so popular, they were able to do a movie which then gave a more better ending, a more proper ending, and more closure, which was very controversial. Some people absolutely loved it, some people absolutely hated it, but my brother loves it, and he's a fan of Eva. And then after the movies, there was then this one compilation movie, which was really long, and that's just pretty much all of them put together. But then later on, they then do the rebuilds, which you first think is just a reboot of the series, was nicer, updated, modern animation. But then by movie 3, it goes into a completely different direction and then does its own thing. And it's supposed to be really... I've watched all of them, and it's like not really my thing because it's like very confusing, but at the same time I really like it. The one thing I like about the Eva movies, especially the rebuilds, is on a technical level. Like, so much detail went into the animation, the mechs, the ships, and how they work. Like, stuff I could never think of in a million years. Like, I appreciate all that stuff. And like I said, my brother absolutely loves them. That's actually why, like I said, that's why Misato is named Misato. She's named Misato after Misato Katsuragi. Because I was rewatching Eva with my brother at the time. So I ended up naming her after that. The rebuilds are better, because Shinji grows a pair in the second movie. Yeah, that's true. So anyway, was there anything else that you wanted to talk? Oh, what do you want to talk about before we say goodbye?
Well, I'm actually, getting closer to materializing my comic Dollhouse 60 into existence, so
yay!
it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna retry to try to make Revolution in full color chapter 2. I think the biggest thing is with chapter 2. Here, actually, a little bit behind the scenes. I stopped the recording, so let's go. So this is how I got this document here, and it's full of all it. So you got the character bios right here. Like, this is Misato's. Wait, no, that's not her. You think it's the one that's named Misato. So this is Misato. I've got full detailed her name, date, profile, appearance, personality. I wrote all this stuff, and then a big long list of how her powers work and ability. Icons, break, Merisu proceeds, end stream, coincidence, I think not.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not ending quite yet.
Bullet points.
I'm not ending quite yet. So yeah, I get the full power list, backstory and stuff. So I got everyone's profile pictures. I got like this long document that's just the timeline right here. And it's like never ending. And then I got these scripts, which are just random scenes that I wrote. So that way I can keep track of them. And then I finally got the chapters. And this is the chapter that I'm stuck on. It's chapter 2, right here. And I think the biggest thing is that I'm probably just going to have to take this chapter and divide it into 2. Because it's just, like, too long. And I'm trying to figure out what to introduce. Because I've got several things that I need to set up. Basically, I need to set up the fact that she's a radio host. And I need to set up the fact that she's got a never identity. So it's a lot that I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to figure it out. So that's why chapter 2 has not come out yet. It's basically a big, long battle. So
that's okay. Yeah, my thing is, like, I have it scripted. I have all, like the entire first part of the story is like scripted and everything, but I just never really was good at drawing how things look like or like being efficient at it. So I'm finally getting stuff done.
Oh, that's what I wanted to. That was the last thing I wanted to show you. So it was clipstudiopaint. Like I said, there's version EX and there's version Pro. The only differences between X is that the XP version gives you more options with like animation. Like you can actually open up animations and you get like your timeline down here and stuff, and it goes into much more higher end specs for if you're doing animation with clipstudiopaint. Like I think you can do more frames per second and stuff. And then the other thing you can do is when you can open up your comics, and you can even have a multi-page setup where you can have like more than one page, but you can still do one page. You can still do one page in Pro, and to be honest, that's the only thing I've used. So like this is a page from Revolution Full Color right here, and I've only used the one page format because that's just it when you get into all those extra features, it's like it gets too complicated. I can't keep track of all this stuff. I rather have things very simplistic. Keep it stupid simple, as they say.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. Okay, that's good. I'm learning so much.
But anyway, I am Nora says, Merisu, look over your script and I'll help you edit. I'm currently better at editing other stuff than my own. Okay, I'll do that. But in the case of in case of my plans, I'm gonna try to re-release the redo of chapter 1, and then after that, I'm gonna work on chapter 2.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like with Dollhouse, I need to finish my main character's outfits I've been doing on stream. I think you've seen that because
no, yeah, and I can't wait to see it.
And then I think I need to like update the other characters that I haven't drawn in a while. And then yeah. And then I need to like do concept art of like one of the things in there and then do landscapes.
No,
And like I realized it's like, oh god, they're like I have like Yada one of my characters has like smoke dogs, basically. Smoke hounds.
Cool.
And then I'm like, wait a second, I have them really early and I need to do concept art.
I know, like I should test like this is the only sketch I have of Misato's home. And it's just one room, and it's like I really should do more details, but I just don't. And I'm like, I really should, but I just don't. Anyway, I gotta go now. So thank you so much, Ryan Kitty, for stopping by.
I'm glad I woke up early enough.
Yay, I'm glad. This was a lot of fun. Bye everyone in this chat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and if you like, do all the YouTube things.